I'm telling you, as a 44-year-old lifetime natural who's also coached for the last 8 years, I've seen it all. Hell, I've been through most of it myself, and I've learned from plenty of mistakes. So today I want to show you the 5 worst nutrition mistakes I see most people make to make sure you avoid them and finally lose the weight and keep it off. The first and arguably most common mistake you could be making is eating way too low of calories too soon because you're trying to rush the process. And hey, I get it, you want to see good results, you're excited at first and you want to get after it, but what you don't understand is, while yes, it will likely lead to more fat loss in the beginning stages, it actually keeps you from reaching your goals because your metabolism tanks, your body adjusts to this, and now it becomes your new maintenance calories and you can no longer see results. You have to understand, your body fat, whenever you start a cut, is probably your body fat set point. This is kind of a range of rough body fat that your body is happy at and it doesn't want you to lose weight. This is your body's self-preservation response. So when you drop your calories too low, your body freaks out. It makes a bunch of changes, not only metabolically, but also hormonally. You're going to lose more muscle. That impairs your metabolism even more. It's not going to help with your body composition. You're going to feel like hot garbage most of the time. You're going to have no energy, and you're going to be more likely to binge as you feel ultra restricted and super hungry from this dieting. And now you run into the binge restrict pattern that gets you nowhere, which leads me perfectly into number 2, and that is, don't ban all your favorite foods. I'm not saying that food quality doesn't matter. Certainly you want to eat plenty of nutrient dense foods, whole foods, these foods that fuel the body well, but that doesn't mean if you have a 300 calorie donut or a few hundred calories of ice cream, you've now ruined everything. In fact, there's a guy named Abs and Ice Cream who ate 2,000 calories every day for 90 days and ended up losing 30 pounds and saw all of his health markers improve. Am I suggesting you eat nothing but ice cream? No, but the point is, you don't have to ban them to be able to see results. Plus, the more you tell yourself you can't have something, the more you're gonna want it, the more you're gonna binge on it when you do eventually have it again, because your diet starts again tomorrow. So unless you honestly plan on eating none of your favorite foods again for the rest of your life, I want you to instead focus on learning how to include these foods into your diet, because if you can't do this for the rest of your life, you will not be able to keep the weight off. And that ties perfectly into number 3, which I'm actually gonna break down into 2 different parts. The first being, don't get too caught up in any diet with a name. I'm not saying that any diet with a name is bad, that you can't do something like paleo or keto or South Beach or whatever else if you find them to be sustainable. What I don't want you to do is feel like any of them are magic. I don't want you to start identifying as that. You're not someone who eats a low carb diet. That's not who you are as a person. But the point I'm trying to make is, every single diet out there has examples of people who have seen results, and if you're jumping around from diet to diet to diet trying to find the one that works for you, you're gonna keep doing this for the rest of your life, getting nowhere. And the second part of this has to do with meal frequency, and the reason I tie them together is because a lot of people look at intermittent fasting as some sort of a diet. It's just eating in a shortened window, which there's nothing wrong with that, but there's also nothing more beneficial about that than any other approach, as long as your total calories and protein are equated. So if that shortened eating window helps you stay on your plan better, it helps you from being overly hungry, and you notice benefits for yourself, great, but that doesn't mean you have to do it. The fourth mistake, and the one as a coach I have the hardest time getting people to adhere to, is eating enough protein. Protein is so massively beneficial to fat loss. It's far and away more beneficial than carbs or fat are, as it has an extremely high thermic effect of food, so your body burns a lot of calories just processing the food. It's way more filling than any other macronutrient, so it helps you feel full, which obviously helps you keep your calories down. It's what's gonna help you maintain your muscle when you're dieting. If you take away 100 calories worth of protein, you might as well just take those 100 calories away completely, because if you switch that to carbs or fat, it's not the same thing. There's plenty of research showing you can basically eat almost as much as you want and overeat on it, even above your maintenance calories, and still not gain body fat, possibly even eat more calories and see better fat loss than on a lower protein approach. So take protein seriously. It's literally one of the best things you can do for fat loss. The fifth big mistake you're probably making is having the perfectionist mindset. Do not fall into the all or nothing mentality. This is gonna make sure you never get where you wanna be. It's great to demand a lot from yourself. It's great to be diligent to your plan, but if you feel like if you can't be perfect, then there's no point in doing anything, eventually you'll always fall into nothing. And I would rather have you be 80% on most of the time than be 100% on less than half the time. Now, I talked about the body fat set point theory, and it's an extremely important thing you have to understand, because your body will fight you and make fat loss difficult, not to mention just how you feel as you lose body weight. But it is possible to change your body fat set point. So to know more about it and how to get a new lower body fat set point, make sure you check out this top video next. Otherwise, I think you'll like this bottom video instead, and I'll see you in one of those other videos.